Welcome back, friends, here at Overwatch World Cup Trials. We're second around in the Great Britain region as we head into our fourth match of the day. But, Billy, I think you got a reminder for our friends out there before we get started.
You, if you want to go check it out in a Polish stream, OW Access there, and for the French stream, Fefe GG, both on Twitch, if you want to watch in French or Polish. Also, little programming note. Tomorrow we will be heading from 12 p.m. CET. That is 6 o'clock a.m. on the East Coast. We're going to go into Saudi Arabia for their starting coverage there, and then heading to Belgium and Poland and Great Britain after that. So stick around with Reflash all weekend for the English broadcast of the EMEC trials as they get into the business end of that. But we got our last match of the day here, Jeff, coming up for us in Mwaimone and Get the Badge In.
Yeah, Mwaimone is a play on Mr. William Mwaimone's, who is playing on this team, and it's going to be a few players from Munich Esports and a lot of players you may recognize if you've watched some Contenders matches here on the Overwatch Contenders YouTube channel. These names will all look familiar to you. So a very experienced squad with quite a few years between the bunch of them. Get the badge in. Not as many recognizable names on this side, but like I said before, this is the perfect opportunity for them to prove themselves. Take down the veterans, and the world will take notice.
I mean, we saw it earlier. I mean, this is all about highlighting your own play. I mean, playing as a 5-man unit, yes, but we also want to see how you perform individually, because you might get yourself a look at making the national squad for your World Cup team coming up in the fall. But right now, I got to tell you what, you're looking for, Mwaimone's team, Will's team, to really stand out here as we take a look at our map choices here today. We'll go ahead and start out here on Nepal. We are in round 3. This is the last round of matches today here in the British region. We'll be continuing up the coverage tomorrow. So last game of the day here for us is getting on 8 o'clock there in Britain. And, gamers usually play later than that. But, for broadcast purposes and everything else, we're going to go ahead and start on Nepal. And, we saw our previous match go to 3 maps here in Nepal. Jeff, I don't know. I think Get the Badge In. If they come out strong, they might have a chance.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. This is a first to 2 series. That's why there's only 3 maps on your screen. Loser pick after our preset map on control. So whoever, if Get the Badge In aren't able to get it done on the first map, they'll at least have their pick of the litter. All maps are available. There's nothing off limits as far as map choice when we head into Escort and Push.
I'm really looking forward to seeing not only Hybrid and Will in the DPS department. Jay Karu is one of my favorite British tank players. Very friendly with the community. Very exciting to watch. Also, Crotus from Munich Esports is one of the higher tiered supports in the region. So we're gonna get a really good look and see, maybe what a British team could involve here. As I said earlier, Scotland, Wales, and England all out there. Go Kimru. I hope I said that right in Welsh. Please don't butcher me in the chat if I said it wrong. But go Wales. I do have ties to Wales in my family. We came out of Cardiff area, I believe. Part of my family did. So I got a little bit on the line here for this, but I tell you what, Nepal is going to be our start here. We're going to start out on Village. And I tell you what, Get the Badge In. They're going to have their work cut out for them, especially with Jay Karu on the ball. We have seen how good they are on this tank hero. So it's all going to come down to can you capture and take care of the disruption, or are you going to just get blasted out of the sky?
Both teams coming into the high ground, both using Wrecking Ball compositions. Should be able to force Oliver back. And just keep him out of that room. A little bit of gatekeeping to help protect their fellow supports, but a roll through will force them back. Meanwhile, back on the front line, Mwaimone able to pick up a pair. Hybrid got one as well. And it looks like that experience coming in very valuable here in our first fight with Mwaimone finding 3.
I mean, you clear it out the opposition, capture the point after that. Now you'll set up outside the gateway here from the opponent's spawn area. A little bit of a split defense here. You'll see Jkaru kind of roll around, see if you can get a roll through on the backside. And Hybrid and Mwaimone right now are cleaning up.
Yeah, they're not letting anybody into this high ground. It's going to force Get the Badge to roll down low where Jkaru's waiting for him. That's even if we make it that far. Crispy's able to get another one, and that magnetic grenade did stick, and it forces Oliver all the way back.
Yep, I mean, this is just great positioning here, great forward aggression coming out of Mwaimone. I'm just loving the play on the words here. And Cronus going for a little extra and knows they have the swift step to get them out there. So, I mean, IDEC right now looking at a pulse bomb, but both DPS ultimates ready to go for Mwaimone.
Early DPS ultimates and it's the Deadeye first, going to break the shield. Mwaimone in the back to pick up two more. Lands the stick onto the Reinhardt. Special delivery, it's a lot of death.
I mean, and now IDEC gets taken out by Hybrid kind of across the map there. Wasn't expecting that shot from the Peacekeeper to come in. But they do have some tools for entry here. They've got the Pulse Bomb. Definitely going to be looking for Crispy or Hybrid on that. I think those are your two priority targets going into this. Oliver, with the Reinhardt, yeah, I mean, you're going to need to be careful. You're going to need to path in and go in on these speed boosts coming from Bernie.
Get that can get control of the point. They might be able to fortify it here with this swap in composition. Gonna be a Kitsune rush out from Mwaimone though. As soon as Get the Badge and get on the objective, and the Suzu beautifully timed to deny any damage from that stuck pulse bomb out of IDEC, and Crispy and company combined to kill them off. 89% on the board. It's gonna be a rough touch. Oliver has to go back over to the ball.
I mean, they're going to have the ball, and they're going to have mines. Mines are going to be able to hold off the point. They're going to take a lot of damage on the entry to it. If they can touch it all, they do. And, I mean, they're just looking. They're looking for targets right now. It's just me.
Oliver's very low. Sound barrier now out from Crispy. It helped fortify Mwaimone on this point. And in Hybrid. Able to just stand here and watch in glee as the rest of the team cleans up, and it's 100-0 here to start things off.
Surprised I didn't see a little bit of a dance there, do a little Texas two-step from Cassidy, but you know, pretty comprehensive there. Once the first engagement was taken care of, you just saw Hybrid, Mwaimone, and Jkaru just clean up, and Crispy zipping back and forth, being able to spin them in and out of engagements. Really the difference maker right there. I did like the swap to the Mei. Just didn't see enough of the value. Maybe ran through the cooldowns a little bit too fast. But they're going to go ahead and roll with this Cassidy and Mei composition here. So going to give a little bit of pause here. Maybe a little bit of damage reduction with the Ice Wall as well to prevent from being taken out too early in these fights.
Roll with the Cassidy. I see what you did there. Oliver on to the Orisa. First time we have seen Orisa come out of the gate here today. Get the Badge in slowly working our way around the left side. And it's going to be a battle for this all-important bridge, which provides sight lines over onto the objective. So if either of our Cassidys can get set up there, it could be a very strong position. Jkaru slamming into the back. Crispy is able to get one on a Taffy Eagle. 5v4 favoring Mwaimone. Just got to force the brain to flip that around. Magic are feeling really stuck in this corner. It doesn't seem like they have any room to work. Anytime they even try to peek around the corner, they're getting just taken out from all across the map.
I mean, look at what Mwaimone's gotten done, and I know that the kills came through from Cronus, respectively. Still, the damage has been done. Now, over to a Diva. So, a lot of this long-range and mid-range damage coming in is going to be able to be negated with the defense matrix. You're also going to be able to kind of flit around. Mwaimone is just, it's just been having a field day, and Taffy Eagle in serious trouble on the back line.
Yeah, that was a double tap from the roll-through. Did grab the Mega Health Pack and imagine have at least managed to escape out of that entry. Crispy running for their life. Jkaru found themselves off the side, unfortunately, for Mwaimone. And Crispy doesn't manage to make it back into the fight. So Mwaimone gets scattered about, and Get the Badge are able to take advantage of this error and find a couple of kills in the process. Pirate's Deadeye is going to pick up one. IDEC doesn't see Mwaimone on the side, and the Transcendence has to be used to save their life. Get the Badge does manage to flip the objective, though, while this is happening.
But you can see the reset here coming from them, and now Kitsune Rush is going to get them back onto the point. So now they know they can get there and push all the pressure on top of them. There goes the mech.
Deadeye is out to try to force Mwaimone back. At least Get the Badge and was looking cornered once again, but IDAC comes through to help bail them out. Able to get 2 kills after displacing Mwaimone with that Deadeye.
I'm surprised that Mwaimone did not get the tactical reset there once they saw the Transcendence come out and once they saw Jakaru go off the side. Maybe a little hopeful. Mwaimone trying to get a pulse bomb cheeky in the back line from Will there, but no joy. But they are going to be able to flip this point over.
Let's Get the Badge and just completely retreat back. Taffy Eagle moves on to the point ahead of the rest of the squad, gets burned down. Mwaimone flipped the objective nearly for free. Now they're going to push in and start putting the vice grips back down on to Get the Badge in. Everybody's low. Look at all those health bars. There's just nothing for Get the Badge in to work with.
It is such a battle here. Yeah, we've got a little, looks like a disconnect coming from Crispy here. But I mean, they had won the fight. They were definitely taking care of what they were doing. They were working a pincher movement. Mwaimone was on the backside watching Jakaru push from one side, coming on the backside. The defense matrix isn't 360, and you saw the mech go bye-bye, basically from all that condensed pressure there. So really smart takes there. Maybe a little bit of a over push there from Taffy, trying to get the tracer on, trying to get the touch, and then resetting with the recall. But they have flipped over in 54% and counting now. Really, I'm looking to see if Get the Badge can figure out how to break this hold now that Mwaimone have set it up again.
It's that experience. We have either T2 or even Overwatch League experience here on the Mwaimone squad. And they know exactly when to push and pull. And when to disengage and knowing how to push their limits. That limit testing is so important. And they saw an opening and took it. And it has led to Mwaimone now just holding this entryway, which is such a strong position to defend.
And especially now that Oliver does get the remech there. They've got self-destruct online, and with Crispy losing sound barrier because of the disconnect, they've got their work cut out for them here.
Mwaimone about to let Get the Badge move in to this left-hand side. Fiber looking for a place to use the Deadeye after taking out Taffy Eagle. Mwaimone working in, lands that stick. That'll get the D-Mech. And the Pilot Diva is not going to last long. 90% on the board here, and they're going to let the Baby Diva stagger out for a little longer.
Yep, and I mean, you've got 6% to get here. Somebody's got a touch here. They've got self-destruct. They can actually get a touch, but I don't think they get there. Too many kills, too quick a fashion, not enough time for them to get back, and that is a clean 100-0 win here on Sanctum. 200-0 total for Nepal, and they go to take themselves to match point.
And a lot of these players, Cronus, Crispy, and Hybrid, playing from Munich. Munich had such an incredible glow up in 2022. And it was exciting to watch them come through Open Division and become a strong force there in the T2 scene in Europe. And I'm so proud, and I'm really happy to see this squad getting their chance to shine and an opportunity to perhaps go represent their country in World Cup. It's just perfect, and I'm excited to see them continue on through this bracket.
Casting way back when in the EBCs, that was the first chance that I was able to see Will Mwaimone play and see the rise up of him on the DPS. It really has expanded the hero pool in the past 3 years that I've been casting him. So, I mean, getting a chance to see him really flourish in the tier 2 scene has been one of my joys. I want all the players to win, of course, because that's just the kind of person I am. But really seeing the rise of Mwaimone has been just a fantastic little bit of side joy for me. Jakaru also has really been getting a good look here. And I tell you what, the tank scene in Britain, man, I tell you what, Jakaru is putting forward a very strong foot.
All right, let's take a look at where Get the Badge want to take us to see if they can try to take us to that elusive map 3, and it's going to be Havana. Very long-range sight lines here for this next map. Get the Badge, and thinking their poke game might be able to win it out.
Yeah, I mean, you can run the Diva here if that's what you really want to run. I'm going to expect to see J-Karu probably coming out on a Winston or a Reinhardt here. I mean, you can run the ball, obviously, but I mean, Reinhardt is so good here, and the Monkey. I mean, if you want to use that and use the Primal when you get it up, it'll just depend on how they bring out. And well, we do see defensively they're going to bring out that Reinhardt. You're also going to see Will come out on this Pharah. So no tether. You're going to keep the same back line. Crispy and Cronus keeping the Lucio Kiriko back line. Hybrid really showed up nicely there in Nepal. Nice to see the glow up from this gamer as well. I think the real question here is how much work does Caffey and IDEC get done? We saw IDEC kind of pop off there a little bit on Sanctum with the Peacekeeper. So if you can come out and break this very close hold being shown by Jay Carter and company, that'll be their first step.
The Badgen did have a substitution in the support role. Good Persec coming in. You see on the honor right now. The Badgen trying to go out the right side. Definitely the best side to come out to try to break the hold. You have a bit of cover to work through, assuming you can get around this initial corner. But Jay Karu is playing this up close and personal. Now back up around the truck of their own. Early Immortality Field already is. Counter charge out. Rockets down into Jay Karu, but they're able to get up on their feet, get that shield in front of their face while Crispy cleans on the back.
I tell you what, Will right there providing the aerial cover with the double pin engage, and got the full value out of that once he was on his back, just completely obliterated from the server. Now you want to look and see, you know, what Will and company are going to do here. They're going to try and surround and do this pinch move once again.
Playing off the left-hand side, get the badge in. Have to worry about this far from above, and then have to worry about hybrid in the distance. A bit of a ring around the rosy here for our two tanks on the cart, but Mwaimone is able to just fly around and stay at the optimum angle to keep peppering in the shots with the rockets on the side and get the badge in. And so far, not feeling a whole lot of pressure. It's going to be a sound barrier just to cap off this fight. And a barrage thrown in the spawn door, just for good measure. Why not?
I mean, 3.9 meters, so we're not going to get what we saw the other night in another cast, Jeff. We're not going to see the 0 meter hold. But, you know, forget the badge. Shatter and both support ultimates ready to go out the gate.
Trying to go through the other side. Shadow will come down and find two, including Jay Karu, and the Suzu isn't there. Not only that, but it is a pretty oddly placed Kitsune rush that Mwaimone are not going to be able to take advantage of. So a good turn of events here for getting the badge in. A great shatter combined with a bit of an unforced error out of Kronos means get the badge in, get this truck rolling.
I mean, they're going to have the Blizzard to hold here, but I mean, they took 2 minutes off the clock. So that's the positive here for them. They've still got 2 members ready to go to contest here in the interim. Oh my gosh, Will went down to maybe 20 health. IDEC really finding the range with the Peacekeeper.
Which does have an increased value, increased range before it loses fall off. Huge blizzard. That's going to get nearly everybody. Dragon's going out, but it's not going to be enough to dissuade Hybrid from moving in and turning everybody into popsicles.
I mean, that is a team kill right there. That's a beautifully maneuvered blizzard. They heard the sound cue go out for Dragons, popped the blizzard, and went immediately into Ice Block, and were able to survive throughout all that. So, I mean, that was a great example of a fight win. And there's the cordon up wall.
Yeah, but Jakaru oversteps. Tries to pin in. Mwaimone does find himself a DPS player, but you still have Oliver on their feet, manning some space. Hovering above, Mwaimone wants to throw down the barrage. Decides to back out. They want to wait until let Jay Karu get back into this fight, particularly with Cronus falling. That's a good pick late here for get the badge in.
Oh my lord, I thought the direct was going to take Happy out of the sky, but nay. Sitting on about 20 health right now, so yeah, Oliver is going to have Shatter up here. This is going to be a scary engage.
Trying to push back all the way into this right alley. Oliver's already found Crispy, who is pretty darn close to a sound barrier. And that alone could be enough to push them into the distillery. Fire strike through. Looking for the shatter. Shield up. Deadeye out from the back line. Kitsune rush thrown in from Cronus. And Crispy falls again. Mwaimone is finally able to unleash their torrent of justice. And here comes a shatter to pick up two. Yeah, and the cart gets stopped 1.04 meters shy. 0.98 now. as it's Cronus versus Taffy Eagle on the point. Mwaimone finally returns to land that direct and put an end to this attack.
I mean, that was a last-second hold there coming from Mwaimone, and they held their ground just at the very end. Finally, the sound barrier comes out. Crispy taken out twice, trying to build up to that sound barrier. They had the tools. Just some great individual plays coming out from Mwaimone, and I mean the shatter from J-Karu, absolutely decimating them there in the end with 20 seconds left. The cleanup on the back of that, there was no chance for them to get back into the fight. So, get the badge, and they're up against it here, Jeff. They need to be able to hold for 4 minutes and not allow, Mwaimone to get beyond their meterage. That's going to be a tall order, Jeff. That's going to be a tall order indeed.
Team Millium almost let their hubris get the best of them on that one, but are able to come out in the end and put a stop to the antics of get the badge in. Largely in part to a nice Kitsune rush coming out of Cronus. Get the badge in, showing us this brawl composition. Very indicative of a close hole. You don't bring the Reinhardt and then stand far away. That just doesn't make sense.
So I think they're anticipating a closer hold, and we'll see what they get done with this.
Outside. J-Karu sees the hold and go ahead.
I think I've lost Jeff.
Wrecking ball.
Well, there we go.
Hybrid
picking out one early. Mortality barrier out. Walls notwithstanding. The fight is on. The fight is true here. Mwaimone right now is looking at everything they can bring through here, and Magnetic Sticky goes through from him. He gets it out. He's going to pick up 2 in this fight.
No one can hold me down. How's it going?
That one's going to go down, or excuse me, he's going to take one down, and this cart's going to get out on the road. I don't know. I think you might have lost me there for a second, but I believe that that stream could hear me the whole time, so I think we're okay. We're back on track. And so Team Millium as they approach the box of victory.
I mean, really, Mwaimone on the side here has been landing these magnetic grenades and headshots with the Peacekeeper. They've kind of flipped it around here and just taking a long sight line here, and they're going into a Cronus with a kill on the IDEC. Yeah, I mean, getting the work done for sure.
We're going in swinging. There's going to be the Suzu used, and Cronus, you only thought they were caught in a corner. They can get the heck out of there. Now they've got a Kitsune rush online to help finish off this point. Taffy goes down with Blizzard in hand. Oliver follows shortly thereafter, as the gates of speed are now up for Team Millium. And this car is turning the last corner necessary. Late kills on the support almost ensures victory for the squad. I don't even see a swap to a wrecking ball. No one's going to be able to stop this. This is going to be the second point on the board. And it's going to be a victory here for Mwaimone, as our experienced squad of players here out of Great Britain will move on through the bracket.
I would say they had ice in their veins at the very end there, but that would be too easy. But this was the expected result, to be quite honest. I mean, that Blizzard from Hybrid was just absolutely devastating, and the finish up behind it just fantastic coming out from them. So, I mean, we really expected this team headed by the Welshman Will Mwaimone, Go Kimru once again. And the Welsh team really looking good here, looking to make their spot on their national team.
Looking like one of the teams to beat for sure here in this bracket and make their run and see if they can get those guaranteed tryouts for Team Great Britain into the World Cup. But hey, you know what? We found out some exciting news during that match. We're not quite done. We've got one more bonus match coming up for you. More Overwatch World Cup trials. We're going to take a quick intermission. When we come back, we'll have some more action for you. Stick around.